Searchers believe a woman missing on Mount Cheaha may be suffering from a mental health crisis.
A national disaster relief program is in serious need of local volunteers, and police are asking for help finding a missing teenager.
Warm, sunny afternoons and clear, cool mornings. That's the forecast for the foreseeable future across East Alabama. The complete forecast details are coming up.
Coming up in sports, we'll talk high school football, volleyball, and cross country. EAN Local News starts now.
This segment of EAN Local News is brought to you by Oxford Lumber. Come visit any of our locations in Oxford, Jacksonville, Talladega, and Roanoke.
Hello, we're glad you could join us. I'm Katie Edwards.
And I'm Mike Stedham.
Cleburne County Sheriff John Daniel says authorities believe an Ohio woman reported missing on Mount Cheaha last week may be suffering from a mental health crisis. Daniel gave a detailed timeline in the case of Vendula Wendy Rose, who told family and friends in September that she planned to take a hiking trip to Alabama. She talked with her family about leaving some personal belongings in a safe deposit box at her bank. She also left her work keys with her employer, which was abnormal for her prior to leaving for the trip. On September 20th, she arrived in the Duggar Mountain area of Cleburne and Calhoun counties and hiked that portion of the Pinhoti Trail. She made a visit to South Carolina on September 23rd and returned to Cleburne County the following evening. Authorities say she also went to a store in Oxford on that date, where they were able to confirm on camera that she made a purchase and left the business alone. On the evening of the 24th, she traveled to Cheaha State Park, where her vehicle was parked at the Pinhoti Trailhead.
Last Friday, Rose didn't return to work as scheduled. A missing person report was filed in Marysville, Ohio, and on Saturday, her car was found where she had parked it near Cheaha State Park. Local law enforcement officers, with the help of the park ranger, made an immediate search of the area. A coordinated ground search was conducted the next day, covering about 36 trail miles with volunteers from law enforcement agencies, rescue squads, fire departments, canine teams, and horse-mounted units. Aircraft were also used to search the area. On Monday of this week, Rose's car was processed, and investigators found multiple notes that were considered abnormal for Rose unless she was having a mental health crisis. A box of ammunition missing 7 rounds was also found in that vehicle. The data from the vehicle's GPS was recovered to assist with confirming the dates and locations of her travel.
Sheriff Daniels says that as the case has progressed, investigators have reached out to any and every lead or tip that has been mentioned or discovered, and they continue to work diligently to seek any information possible to find Rose. He says they have no evidence that would lead authorities to believe that there is any foul play in this case, and they do believe she is suffering a mental health crisis. Investigators have reason to believe that Rose may be traveling the Pinhoti Trail north of the Cheaha State Park toward the Duggar Mountain area. Anyone who travels any of the trails in Cleburne County is asked to continue to look for Rose or any of her belongings. Any information on Vendula Wendy Rose's whereabouts may be given to the Cleburne County Sheriff's Department at 256-463-2277, extension 110.
When we come back, volunteers are needed in case of local disasters.
For over 60 years, Oxford Lumber has been servicing our area, and our customer service has always been our main focus. Our customer service is what sets us apart from anyone else. From the moment you enter, our highly trained staff will treat you like family.
To enthusiastically provide total customer satisfaction within a positive and self-fulfilling employee relations environment. Visit us at any of our 4 locations or at oxfordlumber.com.
Getting my car serviced is easier than ever with Buster Miles Automotive Group in Cleburne and Calhoun County. They pick up my car, service it, and deliver it back. Convenient, efficient, and top quality. Schedule your service today and see why Buster Miles Automotive Group is the smart choice.
This segment of EAN Local News is brought to you by WM Grocery, located in Heflin, Wadowee, Roanoke, and in Piedmont.
The American Red Cross in Calhoun County is in serious need of volunteers to help with its emergency response teams locally. Red Cross spokesman David Rouse tells EAN News that the organization isn't holding any blood drives in the area because they lack the people to help make those possible. They're also down to just a couple of volunteers for their action and shelter teams. He says the organization's resources are stretched thin by the response to Hurricane Helene last week and the potential for disaster from Hurricane Milton, which is expected to hit Florida late tonight. Rauch says the Red Cross has 3 categories of volunteers: disaster action team members, shelter volunteers, and blood ambassadors. About a dozen of the blood volunteers are needed by the Calhoun County office, and more workers are also needed for the organization to deal with local emergencies such as house fires. Rauch says that their effectiveness and efficiency in Calhoun County is diminished by the volunteer shortage. He said that other Red Cross offices are also having trouble getting enough volunteers, but the problem is more pronounced in Calhoun County. People willing to donate their time to these efforts may sign up at redcross.org/volunteer, where they can find out about the training that's offered to their workers.
When we return, the search is on for a local teenager missing since yesterday afternoon.
Since 1993, WM Grocery has been a major part of our local community. WM offers the very best in fresh produce and an outstanding meat department. WM also has many local products not found anywhere else and fresh sushi every day. If you need an event catered, come see Mrs. K at any WM store. Curbside pickup is also available for your online grocery orders. Be sure to download the WM app for all the deals of the week and shopper rewards. Go check them out today at any of their locations.
We take pride in our community and appreciate your business.
Barrett Body Shop has moved to its new location on Highway 431 in Alexandria. Barrett has been delivering top-notch collision repair in Calhoun County since 2000. Our skilled team restores your vehicle to pre-accident condition with a commitment to quality and safety. Choose Barrett Body Shop for honest, reliable service. This segment of EAN Local News is brought to you by Waldrop Manufacturing, metal buildings made right here in Calhoun County.
Oxford police are asking for the public's help locating a teenager believed to be a runaway. Officials say 16-year-old Jasmine Elizabeth Cordova left the area of 5th Street in Oxford Tuesday morning and has not returned. An Atlanta TV station reported this morning that she may have been dropped off near the Fox Theater in downtown Atlanta yesterday. If anyone has any information, they are asked to call the Oxford Police Department at 256-831-3121. The information has also been shared with the Alabama Law Enforcement Agency, which has issued a statewide missing person bulletin on Jasmine Elizabeth Cordova.
Well, a little bit cooler this week so far.
It's been really nice. We are experiencing some really great weather. I know south of us that is not the case. I don't know if that has any plans to affect us or not, but John Holder probably does.
I'm sure he does. Last I heard it was going to miss us, but again, as you say, John is the man who has the answers. So John, are we going to feel any impact from the hurricane, or will this good weather continue?
Mike and Katie, no effects whatsoever from Hurricane Milton for us here in East Alabama. Just classic October weather in store. The complete forecast details next.
EAN News would like to thank all our commercial sponsors. Go check out our sponsors' links in the description below.
Another day with plenty of sunshine across East Alabama. Warm temperatures still a little bit above the average. 83 for the high today. This morning, down in the 50s, 58 for the nighttime low. Record high temperature 89 degrees. And the record low at 34. The sun setting tonight at 6:16, and your sun rising on your Thursday morning at 6:45. Time for weather on your street across East Alabama tonight. Going to take you to Mountain Street in Jacksonville. That'll be a hop in place. Jack State football hosting New Mexico State tonight in the Conference USA opener at home for Jack State. That will be very nice out there. Football weather for sure, clear and very cool. 53 for the low tonight. We'll be in the 60s and 70s for most of the evening up at JSU. 53 by early tomorrow morning. Looking at your Thursday on Chestnut Street in downtown Gadsden. Going to be a very nice day to be in downtown Gadsden or anywhere across East Alabama. Lots of sunshine, warm again. The high tomorrow at 81 degrees. A nice walk down Chestnut Street would be very pleasant on your Thursday afternoon. As we look ahead to the weekend across East Alabama, sunny and dry. If you want to ride out in the country, maybe Dripping Rock Road in Pleasant Valley in northern Calhoun County. Right around 80 degrees on average. Will be upper 70s on Saturday, lower 80s on Sunday, but all in all averaging right around 80 for the weekend. And again, no chance of rain in the forecast. You do not see any raindrops coming on this 7-day forecast. We are high and dry for the next 7 days. High temperatures in the low 80s tomorrow. Upper 70s on Friday and Saturday, back in the low 80s again by Sunday. Again, no chance of rain in the forecast on any of those days. Next week, we've got another dry cold front coming through. It will still be warm on Monday, but again, Monday night, a dry cold front bringing us the coldest air that we have seen so far in this fall season. 60s for highs by Tuesday and Wednesday of next week. Nighttime lows falling back into the 40s. How about 39? That's the projected low. That may change. We might not be that cold, but right now we're looking at 39 degrees in about a week. We might even have a little frost out there on the pumpkin across East Alabama coming up in the latter half of next week. And let's take a look at temperatures. This is the 8 to 14 day temperature outlook for the United States. This takes us October 17th through the 23rd. And as you can see, near normal, maybe a little bit below normal on temperatures here in the southeastern part of the country. Going to be way above normal up in the Midwest, but us here in the South, just about where we should be for the middle of October here in East Alabama. I'll be back here tomorrow morning with your Thursday Day at a Glance. You have a very fine evening coming up. Right now, it's sports time. Going to take you to Jordan Smith right now in sports, talking about some teams in East Alabama in the prep football poll. Jordan?
Thanks, John. Week 7 of the Alabama Sports Writers Association football poll is out, and we have some East Alabama teams moving up. Looking at 6A, Oxford staying in at number 5 with a 7-0 record of the year. Gadsden City staying at number 7. In Class 5A, Central Clay staying in at number 3 with undefeated on the year. Moody staying in at number 6 with a 4-2 record on the year. Leeds moves up from 8 to 7 this week. In Class 4A, Cherokee County stays at number 3 with a 6-1 record this year. Handley moving into number 10 spot this week after Hoax Bluff drops out. Class 3A, the Piedmont Bulldogs stay in at number 3. Class 2A, same thing for Coosa Christian staying in at number 3. In Class 1A, Wadley stays in at 1 with a 6-0 record, and the Spring Garden Panthers move up from 6 to 4. The Ohatchee Indians hosted the Piedmont Bulldogs in a Class 3A Area 12 matchup on the court last night. The Indians picked up the sweep over Piedmont in Area 12 play. Ohatchee won 25-15, 25-9, and 25-17. Elena Finch led the Indians with 7 kills, 16 assists, 7 aces, and 3 digs. Rebecca Hughes had 9 kills, 1 ace, and 2 digs on the night. Brett Finn, 3 kills, 2 assists, 1 ace. And Kate Ryan rounded out for the Indians with 8 assists and 2 digs.
We were just excited. It was senior night for our girls, so we wanted to give them one last win on their home court. So we were excited that it was actually an area game as well. So just thankful that they got to play one last time here on the court. The plan is to work hard. I think that we'll have Westbrook first, have to see them, and then so we're working on getting to them and what we need to do to fix and readjust from how we have seen them through the season. and then just preparing for the next week to play in that area tournament and take us to the next step.
Looking at the scoreboard from last night, the Pleasant Valley Raiders defeated Cedar Bluff in area play in 4 sets. Pleasant Valley took the first set 25-18, then it was the Tigers 25-21, but then it was all Pleasant Valley 25-20 and 25-17. Munford defeated Faith Christian on senior night 25-22, 25-20 and 25-21. White Plains Wildcats had a big area win over Hoax Bluff 25-9, 25-22 and 25-14. And in another matchup in area play, Weaver took down Welborn 25-17, 28-26 and 25-17. Hope Christian competed in the AISA JV Cross Country State Championship this morning. The meet was held at Kissel Park in Auburn with a total of 97 runners competing in the 2-mile run. The Saints had a total of 8 runners and finished with an overall finish of 6th place. Let's take a look at how they did individually. The top runner for the Saints was Lawson Burns, coming in at 12 minutes 39 seconds. Micaiah Davis, 14 minutes 28 seconds. Kix Hadley coming in at 15 minutes 53 seconds. Bryson Bradley, 16 minutes 14 seconds. Caden Martin, 17 minutes 48 seconds. Hunter Blackwell comes in at 17 minutes 51 seconds. Daniel Morris comes in at 18 minutes 2 seconds. And finally for the Saints, Jarrett Thomas coming in at 23 minutes and 50 seconds. That's it for EAN Local Sports. Let's head back over to Mike and Katie.
Thanks for the update, Jordan, and thank you for watching us today. You can find us every weeknight on Facebook and YouTube, our website, and now on Rumble.
Go to the platform of your choice and watch our news, sports, and weather coverage whenever it's convenient for you. We'll see you back here Thursday for your news on your schedule.